Biotechnology is a branch of biology involving the use of living organisms or its products in human welfare. It also involves a wide range of procedures for modifying living organisms in its genetic level. Humans have used biotechnology since the dawn of civilization. Egyptians used yeast to bake leavened bread. The Chinese developed fermentation techniques for brewing and cheese making. Classical biotechnology began long before we even knew about genes or chromosomes. What began as a recipe for production of the food now includes technology to enhance everything from farming to pharmaceuticals. Genetic engineering is the direct manipulation of an organism's gene using biotechnology. It is a technology used to change the genetic makeup of cells, including the transfer of gene between unrelated organisms to produce improved or novel organism. An organism that is generated through genetic engineering is considered to be genetically modified organism. Creating a genetically modified organism is a multi-step process. To do this task, we need some important molecular tools. Tools of genetic engineering includes restriction enzymes. They are called molecular scissors. It is a protein that recognizes a specific short nucleotide sequence and cut the DNA at the specific site, hence called molecular scissor. It is a defensive protein found in the bacterial cell. In bacterial cell, it functions to defend the cell against invading bacteriophages. Restriction sites in the viral genome are recognized and cleaved by the bacterial restriction enzymes. Thereby, it destroys the DNA of bacteriophage before it can incorporate into the host's genome. Since the enzyme restricts the infection of bacteriophage, it is named as restriction enzymes. The restriction enzymes will never destroy the bacterial DNA because the bacterial restriction sites are highly methylated, making them unrecognizable to the restriction enzymes. Restriction enzymes are of two types, namely restriction endonucleases and restriction exonucleases. The endonucleases cleaves the phosphodiester bond present internal in the polynucleotide chain. They are usually sequence specific. They do not require a free 3' or 5' end for their action, while restriction exonucleases cleaves the phosphodiester bond from the ends. They are usually non-specific. They require a free 3' or 5' end for their action. Restriction enzymes are named by the organism from which they were isolated. For example, EcoR1 is the enzyme isolated from Escherichia coli strain RY13. Here, the letter E refers to the genus name Escherichia. CO refers to the species name coli. R refers to the strain of E. coli, that is RY. Roman number 1 indicates it was the first enzyme of that type isolated from E. coli RY13. Similarly, a wide range of restriction endonucleases are isolated from different bacteria. For example, BAMH1 is the restriction endonuclease isolated from Bacillus amyloliquefaciens. SALV1 is isolated from Streptomyces albus. XMA1 isolated from Xanthomonas malvacearum. PVU1 isolated from Proteus vulgaris. PST1 isolated from Providentia stouti. HIND3 is the restriction endonuclease isolated from Haemophilus influenzae. HAE1 is the restriction endonuclease isolated from Haemophilus aegypticus. ALU1 isolated from Arthrobacter luteus. HPA2 isolated from Haemophilus parainfluenzae. Each restriction enzyme cuts the DNA at some specific nucleotide sequences called restriction sites. The restriction sites are the conserved palindromic sequences of DNA. Each enzyme recognizes and cuts specific DNA sequences. For example, EcoR1 recognizes the palindromic sequence GAA-TTC and breaks the phosphodiester bond which is present between G and A. Some restriction enzymes cuts the DNA and creates highly reactive single-stranded tails called sticky ends, which is useful to the biotechnologist. Some restriction enzymes cuts the DNA without forming a single-stranded tail called blunt ends. The fragments of DNA produced by a pair of adjacent cuts is called a restriction fragments. DNA ligases. It was discovered by H.J. Khorana in 1967. Ligases are the enzymes that are capable of catalyzing the reaction of joining two larger molecules by forming a new chemical bond. DNA ligase catalyzes the joining of adjacent polynucleotide, and this plays very important role in DNA metabolism. DNA ligases are used to join two fragments of DNA, hence called molecular glues. Only the matching DNA fragments with complementary sticky ends can be joined with DNA ligases. Ligation is carried out for the purpose of cloning in the laboratory. Vectors. Vector is a DNA molecule used as a vehicle to artificially carry foreign genetic material into another cell, where it can be replicated and expressed. There are four major types of vectors, namely plasmids, viral vectors, cosmids, artificial chromosomes, etc. Of this, the most commonly used vectors are plasmids. All types of vectors used in genetic engineering should possess an origin of replication, a multiple cloning site, to link the desired DNA into the vector and a selectable marker which helps in identifying and eliminating non-recombinant and selectively permitting the growth of recombinants. Plasmids. A plasmid is a small, closed, extrachromosomal, self-replicating, double-stranded DNA molecule present in some bacteria. The term plasmid was first coined by Lederberg in 1950. Plasmids are the ideal vehicles to carry the desired gene because it can be easily isolated from the bacteria. It consists of single restriction site for one or more restriction endonucleases. Insertion of a foreign DNA will not alter its replication properties. It can be easily reinserted into the bacterial cell. Cells carrying the plasmid with the desired gene and those plasmids without a desired gene can be easily identified. Some of the most commonly used plasmids in genetic engineering are PBr322, PUC18, TI plasmids, etc. PBr322. In PBr322, P denotes that it is a plasmid. BR stands for Bolivar and Rodericks, who constructed the plasmid, and 322 is a number given to distinguish this plasmid from other developed in the same laboratory. PBr322 is a naturally occurring plasmid with the size of about 4.3 kilobases. It was one of the first plasmids used for the purpose of cloning. It contains gene for resistance to tetracycline and ampicillin. These are called selectable markers. There is an ORI site for replication. Along with this, PBr322 also consists of 7 unique specific enzyme recognition sites called restriction sites. It includes EcoR1, HIND3, BAMH1, SALV2, PVU2, PST1 and PVU1. PUC. In PUC, plasmid, P denotes plasmid and UC stands for University of California, where early work on plasmid had been conducted. PUC18 includes a gene for antibiotic resistance to ampicillin, a gene for the enzyme beta-galactosidase, that is LAC-Z gene, and its promoter. A polylinker region with a series of unique restriction sites found nowhere else in the plasmid. Digestion with any one of these endonucleases will make a single cut that linearizes the circular plasmid DNA and allows it to recombine with foreign DNA that has been cut with the same endonuclease. PUC19. It includes the gene for ampicillin resistance and carries 54 base pairs, multiple cloning site polylinker that contains unique site for 13 different hexanucleotide specific restriction endonucleases. TI plasmid. It is a tumor-inducing plasmid present in a plant pathogenic bacteria called Agrobacterium tumefaciens. Agrobacterium tumefaciens has the capacity to deliver a segment of oncogenic DNA present in TI plasmid to the susceptible plant cell and causes a disease called crown gall disease in plants, which is characterized by the formation of undifferentiated plant tumors. The TI plasmid carries the genes for opene synthesis, oriocyte for replication, the vir gene for virulence, and tDNA region which is required for infection of plants. Along with this, it also consists of TRA and TRB region required for conjugative plasmid transfer. Viral vectors. They are the genetically engineered viruses carrying modified viral DNA or RNA that are non-infectious but still contain promoters and also the transgene. Viral vectors are often designed for permanent incorporation of the gene of interest into the host genome. For example, retroviruses are the most commonly used viral vectors in genetic engineering. Artificial chromosomes. They are artificially manufactured chromosomes used for gene transfer. For example, yeast artificial chromosome and bacterial artificial chromosome. It can carry much larger DNA fragment than other vectors. Cosmids. It is a type of hybrid plasmid that contain a lambda page cos sequence or cohesive site. They are used to clone large fragments of DNA. Host cells. A host cell is the one which carries foreign DNA. In genetic engineering, bacterium is the most commonly used host cell. E. coli bacteria is the most preferable host cell. In addition to E. coli, other bacteria like Bacillus, Pseudomonas, Streptomyces are also used as host cells. One of the disadvantages of using prokaryotic host is that certain eukaryotic genes may not express in the prokaryotic cell. Moreover, if the production of a eukaryotic protein is the desired outcome of the cloning experiment, it may not be easy to ensure that a prokaryotic host produce a fully functional protein. Hence, eukaryotic host cells are often used in genetic engineering. Some of the eukaryotic host cells include yeast cells, plant cells, or animal cells. Bioreactors. It is a device or system that supports a biologically active environment. It is a vessel in which a chemical process is carried out which involves organisms or biochemically active substances derived from such organisms. This process can be either aerobic or anaerobic. It may also refers to a device or a system designed to grow cells or tissues. The bioreactors are commonly cylindrical, ranging in size from liters to cubic meters. and are often made up of stainless steel. On the basis of mode of operation, a bioreactor may be classified as batch, fed batch, or continuous stirred tank reactor. Under optimum condition, the microorganisms or cells are able to perform their desired function. The environmental condition inside the bioreactor, such as temperature, nutrient concentration, pH, and oxygen supply, affect the growth and productivity of the organism. The temperature of the fermentation medium is maintained by a cooling jacket. Nutrients may be continuously added to the fermenter, or it may be charged into reactor at the beginning of the fermentation. The pH of the medium is measured and adjusted with small amounts of acid or base depending upon fermentation. For aerobic fermenters, purified oxygen must be supplied continuously. The action of the raising bubble helps to mix the fermentation medium and also strips out waste gases such as carbon dioxide. Oxygen transfer is usually helped by agitation. Agitation also helps in mixing the nutrients and keeps the fermentation homogeneous. Foam breakers helps in minimizing the foaming which results from aeration and mixing. The nutrient broth inside the bioreactor is sterilized with the help of steam. The products or the cultured cells are harvested from the bioreactor through the harvesting drain. So, these are some of the basic tools of biotechnology needed for genetic manipulation of an organism to create genetically modified organism.